once the customer has decided to purchase and proceed with that property, or they've purchased unconditionally at auction, from there, what is the process for them there? So once they've got the contract, they've signed it,
Yes.
and then your, I guess, involvement from then on,
Yep.
what do you then do?
Okay, so then once the contracts, we've already checked them, obviously that process has been done and we've ticked all the boxes and they've purchased with comfort and confidence, so that's terrific. So then when they come to us with the document saying we were successful, from the day you sign it till the end result when you're moving in and collecting the keys. So there's trigger points all the way along that lifeline of that file, and we guide the clients in those steps and say, okay, so in the first 7 days, it may be that you didn't buy at auction, but so you signed subject to finance, or you signed subject to a building inspection. So we are watching closely that those things are monitored, because they're critical dates that we can't let slide. Whether it be the funds is approved by that date, or if it's not approved by that date, we need to get an extension. It's something we can't just assume, yes, you can have a couple more days, because you actually can't, and you could inadvertently lock yourself into something that you didn't realise you were doing. So then we'll guide you through all those steps. So there's a whole ream of things that we do behind the scenes that buyers don't really need to be aware of, but we will certainly give them little prompts along the way and say, okay, this is now due, have you thought about this? And that keeps them on the straight and narrow, so that we get to settlement successfully without any stress or fuss, ideally.
Yeah, great. And obviously part of that process is liaising with obviously the real estate agents and the financiers or the brokers who are organising the finance, and making sure that that's all happening by the due dates and so forth.
Yeah, so pretty much what happens is once we've checked the contracts initially, they're then negotiating with the agent. The buyer does that with the agent direct. And then once it's all signed, sealed and delivered and you've been successful, the agent's no longer in the picture, and the file comes back to us. So then the client will work with us right through to final settlement. So then it's us and the client's broker. So then we touch base with the broker. We collect information from our client that we need to prepare our legal documents that transfer the title ownership into the incoming buyer's name. But alongside that, that's all got to match and be married up with the mortgage documentation. And often clients are not aware of the criticalness of even getting a middle name right. So that can lead to all sorts of World War III, and you wouldn't think that a typo can make those sorts of headaches, but it does. So we need to, with due diligence, have several avenues where we cross-check that, make sure the broker is aware of all the names, they've been spelt correctly, and then it then goes through to the nominated bank. So then we make sure they do a second cross-check after the broker's handed over the file, and then we make sure they're happy. So our job is to obviously guide the buyer through settlement, do the legal documentation, but also make sure that everyone else has got what they need from us to make sure we get the buyer through to settlement successfully on the due date.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I always actually get asked by purchasers, and obviously because I'm providing the finance to help them to purchase the property, I always get asked if I'm attending settlement. And that's always a question, like who attends settlement on the client's behalf? And obviously as being their conveyancer and acting on their behalf, that's something that you guys do. So you liaise with the bank's solicitors to make sure that settlement occurs and attend settlement on behalf of the client.
And often clients think that they need to attend settlement, but they don't. They're normally busy packing or vacuuming themselves out the front door with trucks on the road, and then down to the agent to collect the keys. So we actually, all conveyancers employ settlement agents. That's a whole other profession on its own, but we get everything ready for the file to go off to that final person, being the settlement agent, to attend to it on the day with the bank. And they all happen in the city, and the client doesn't need to be there. All the major banks are in the city, so that's where the hub of settlements takes place.